front, but Howard was taken out. Another drive by Fortier knocked down. Loose puck in front. Swept to the far corner by Clark. And now Bob Nystrom and Ed Van Impe going at each other right in front of the Flyer net.
I didn't hear the stoppage of play, but Nystrom and Van Impe are toe-to-toe. Ed's got a hold of his hair with the right hand. Nystrom retaliates with his left hand against the back of Van Impe's neck. They're locked. Neither one is throwing punches. They're in front of the Islander net. Berhant is off to the left. Now Van Impe has got a hold of the goalpost with his left hand. Nystrom gets a little uppercut in there, and they cheer, but not much of a punch. But they're still in a bear lock. Nobody gets any punches off. Finally, the two linesmen, Stickle and Bouchard, trying to separate them, with Dornhofer behind looking on with Ralph Stewart, still trying to get between them. Now Van Impe throws a short punch against the right side of Nystrom, and still trying to throw a punch over Bouchard. Finally, they're separated, and that should pretty much be it, as Stickle has a hold of Nystrom, and Van Impe is held off by Bouchard. That all happened in front of the Islander net. Now it was Dornhofer and Howard looking at one another, and there they were pushing in front of that Philadelphia net, and Van Impe and Nystrom finally shoved far enough, and off they go. So Bob Nystrom has been frustrated in scoring, try to loosen up a little bit with that, and they may get each 5 for fighting. And now Bobby Clark's over talking with Newell, and Newell immediately went down and pointed to the line, saying, "Don't come over that line, Captain. That's my penalty crease."
Intercept. He's at center ice. Gets it by Fortier, and he's
up a shot. Glove save by Resch, and he hangs on and up. Now we've got Schultz pushing at Bert Marshall, and we've got a misconduct, and Schultz is gone. And they've been asking for it all night, and he picks it up in 52 seconds. He's been drawing at Newell all night, and Ozingo, he picks up 10.
Dave Newell, much like Matt Pavlich, does not sit still and take any guff from anybody. Schultz very angry at the call. Dave Newell wasted no motion. And it comes at 52 seconds.
McLeish behind the net, steals from Jerry Hart. Up along the near point to Joe Watson. Shot on the net as McLeish ferocious, and Schultz and Howard go at it.
And go at it they do as Howard keeps pumping the right hand, and now the right hand of Schultz is loose. This is all happening right down below us, and very foolishly, a fan tried to get involved. Schultz continues to pummel Howard with the right hand as he holds him off. Down on the right wing corner of the Flyer zone, along the near side. Schultz keeps that right hand pounding, and now gets him against the glass, and very quickly moving in is Leon Stickle. And now a fan gets involved, and Ted Harris decked a fan. The fans should stay away and let the players settle their own squabble. When are they going to wake up and realize it?
And that guy should be gone. He should be immediately thrown out of the building. And no, they're just waving him off. You see, that's what's absurd.
And he'll come back and do the same thing again if they don't take him out. They should eject that fan from the building.
But they just waved him off, saying, like, go away. And now we've got some more security people coming over. The fight is done on the ice, and Schultz is going to go to the penalty box. And he kicks the glove. I don't know what he's upset about. And he's talking to Dave Newell, but he ought to go to the box. Or unless he's been thrown out of the game. No, he's coming to the box. But he went over halfway and circled to the far side. I thought he was heading to the far bench.
Had a few words for the Islanders bench, I'm quite sure.
So he and Howard went at it. They each ought to get 5. But again, one fan took a poke at Schultz. Another fan took a poke at Harris, and the police don't eject them. It's incredible. And that's the thing that continues to make fans get involved in players' actions. They should be gone. Disorderly person and gone. But they don't. All right, now these penalties come at 13-11, and we might point out that the Islanders are putting it to the Flyers so far with 6:49 remaining in the second period. They're out skating, they're out shooting, they're out hustling, they're out hitting. They got a power play goal early. They got 2 here from Hart and Stewart, both of them on aggressive play behind the Flyer net, sending it out in front to Bernie Perron.
And if you're wondering what that chant in the background is, it's these obscene New York Islander fans who seem to insist on obscenities when they're upset about a player or a situation.
We're going to have a long
lack of class. A lack of class by these Islander fans. They're strictly Bush when it comes to being good fans.
Dave gets 2 for high sticking and 5 for fighting. That's the Flyers' 9th and 10th penalties. And Howard gets 5 minutes for fighting. So what that sets up is another power play opportunity for the Islanders. 6:49 remaining, second period, 3-0 New York.
Don Selesky goes over to have a few words with him. again on this fan interference situation. If the glass were high enough, Gene, this could not be possible.
Well, I just am amazed that with all the security here, that a fan who takes a poke and gets involved in the game is just shoved off and not told to get out of here. Now, I guess with Dave, with 7 minutes on penalties and only 6:49, he's going to the, I guess Dave Newell told him, now some nitwit just threw a can or a cup of beer over the glass at Schultz, but hit the linesman Leon Stickle instead. And, you know, Don, it's the fans' complaint that the players turned it into a brawl.
Pass was behind him, and back comes Howard. Howard pinched off the puck by Bobby Clark. And we've got penalties coming up, probably to both Howard and Clark, at least it should be. But only Clark is going to get a penalty. It's going to be for slashing. 11:47 left in third period play. The score tied 3-3.